Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your August 16th to the 31st, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now I apologize for my voice. I am getting over the flu. So let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Capricorn, August 16th to the 31st, 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Capricorn, August 16th to the 31st, 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Capricorn, August 16th to the 31st, 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Capricorn, August 16th to the 31st, 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Excuse me. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have Justice, which is also Libra energy. So if we have Libra within our natal chart, this is going to be rooting us quite intensely during this time. And then we have the Fool. So we also have change coming in. So we have Justice and the Fool. We have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If we have water sign energy within our chart, that's going to be coming through very profoundly in our inner selves. And we have the Star, which is Aquarius energy. If we're born on the cusp with Aquarius or have this in our chart, again, it's going to be coming out very profoundly in our inner selves. We have the Four of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Then in our emotional self, we have the King of Pentacles, which is us. We're coming through as a king. We have the Five of Wands. We're going to be facing some sort of conflict. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a soulmate connection. It's like the two halves of us are coming together, but we're having conflict of reaching this resolution, of reaching this kind of greater understanding of self and what we desire, and love and peace and harmony and brilliance. So there's something getting in our way. And the whole point of this time is to alleviate that chaos. Yeah. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, and the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. So if we have Cancer within our natal chart, this is going to be coming out within the public arena very profoundly. But there's also a sense of the heart driving us forward and what we love really driving our work and our money and our success and what we hold most dear to us. All right, so let's look at the energy we have to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Capricorn needs to be mindful of? August 16th to the 31st, 2021, Capricorn. No, it's not all of these. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It's the moon. Now, this is Pisces energy. This is also fear. We have to be mindful of fear mongers. We have to be mindful of people playing off our fears, playing off our insecurities, playing off our doubts. Excuse me. And as we are mindful of our fears, we have to see how those fears transform us and how we have been transformed by fear in and of itself. So this is a time where we can be really drawn to people who are afraid or who really speak to a part of us that is afraid, that is unsure about our future or is, insecure about some aspect of ourselves. And we'll be thinking, oh, well, they say they can fix it. But the only one who can fix it is ourselves when we see the fear, when we see what it is that we are most afraid of, and we gain an understanding from it, and we gain an understanding from us. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Capricorn, August 16th to 31st, 2021, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And this is the I Am Presence, which is my absolute favorite chakra card. This is the crown chakra. And this is saying to us, what am I crowning myself with? And that's going to play right into the fear that we are drawn to during this time and the people who speak to what we are afraid of. It's kind of like being afraid of aging, right? And so everybody gets facelifts and, Botox and everything like that. And so the face doesn't move and nobody ages. But there comes a point where you look odd. Like, it's just like enough is enough. And there's a sense here of, why am I afraid? Why am I afraid of naturally becoming who it is that I am supposed to be? Why is that such a bad thing nowadays? And the I Am Presence is, what am I crowning myself with? Am I crowning myself with fear and doubt and anger and upset? Am I crowning myself with the words, you can never be too rich or too thin? What am I crowning myself with and why? And what do I want to crown myself with? What is the crown that I want to wear upon my head? My I Am Presence. I am present in my life. I am enjoying the moments that I have. I am in love with myself. I am powerful. I'm strong. I'm happy. I had this professor in college, and she would always ask, are you happy? And I would always think, what does that have to do with anything? Are you successful? Are you striving? Are you working hard enough? But are you happy? And now I see that's everything. Because everything else falls away. Or are we, I'm sad and I'm overwhelmed and I'm not wanting to get out of bed and I don't want to do this anymore. And why I say the negative as well as the positive is because when people say the positive, I'm right there with you. Raising my hand saying, yes, that's me, that's me. But when people say the negative, it's like, oh, that's me too. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes I'm very overwhelmed. Sometimes it never feels like it'll be enough. And I have to acknowledge that. We all do. What do we crown ourselves with? And why? Why are we letting this be the crown that is upon our heads? It moves us to justice. Are we being just to ourselves? Are we making ourselves pay for past indiscretions? Are we not forgiving ourselves for not being good enough when we were younger? I am what? I am just to myself. I am discerning with the energy that I let into my life. I am finding my balance, and I will be forever finding my balance in my world. I am changing, I am evolving, I am becoming, and I am just with myself on this journey. Justice cannot be for everybody else, but not for ourselves. Justice can't be given to everybody else, but not to those we love. We have to be fair. And that fairness comes first and foremost with being fair to ourselves. Not expecting too much. Not demanding too much. Not looking at ourselves and saying the only thing I expect is perfection. That is not just. that's setting the self up for failure. And what we need to be here now is balanced, so that we embrace the fool. We embrace the trip down the rabbit hole. We embrace the journey that is to come, the wonderful mysteries that are going to be shown to us. We embrace the fool's journey, which is the hero's journey. Every single hero, every single person who went out to slay the monsters, they were fools. They were laughed at. They were doubted. Every single inventor, every single creator, every single person who went to the beat of their own drum wasn't understood. It may not have been understood in their lifetime. To be a fool, if you look at it as the court jester, if you look at it as, excuse me, the person who can say what those who are too polite to ever say, the person who could be the wit, the fool, and not get in trouble for it. That was power. Are we going to embrace our power, to discover and to become, to be absolutely, wretchedly terrible at something before we become good at it? It's like learning a language. It's all gobbledygook until slowly and steadily it starts to make sense. It leads us to our dreams. It leads us to an evolution. It leads us to an incantation. It leads us to an understanding of our dreams and our desires and the ways that we move forward within them, bouncing from one to one, bravery and victory and prosperity and success and stability and peace and love. We become what we dream of. We become the change that we want within our world. We become. And we become, and we become. But if we are too scared to dream, or if we dreamed so brightly when we were little, and those dreams came to nothing, except disappointment and humiliation, because we told the whole world that we were going to be something great, and we were simply ordinary. Or maybe we struggled, which is very ordinary. We hurt, we failed, we had pain. And so we lock our dreams away. They either are the things that mock us or they're so sacred. How do we bring that dream to light? How do we let ourselves stand in that passion, in that power, in that understanding? How do we embrace the dream? This is a time where we take the dream out, where we find ourselves embracing a marriage to our hopes, to our ideals, a celebration to ourselves. It's not to anybody else. When we embrace our inner selves during this time, it's our greatest wishes and desires. It's our hopes and everything in between. It is being able to be free. It is being able to say, this is what I love. This is what I desire. This is where I want to be. And it's honoring ourselves. It's honoring our becoming. It's dedicating ourselves, to the dream that we have, to the aspirations that we have, to the beauty that we have within our life. And it leads us to our greatest wish. It leads us to being able to soar. It leads us to that moment where everything that we have worked for starts to pay off. That moment of beautiful hope, of endless possibilities, that moment of freedom, that moment of beauty. The stars are telling us that so much guides us, so much sets us free. Our ancestors were guided. They marked their paths in the ships by stars and by birds. And I think that's so beautiful. There's something so much like a fairy tale, so much like a storybook with that statement, but it's true. It's a true statement. We are guided by our dreams, our hopes and our wishes. Divinity sees within us, deep down within us, something beautiful, something sacred, something powerful to come forward. This is a time where that power is embraced. This is a time where we are seen more openly and more honestly than ever before. and we start to move. We start to move into ourselves. We start to embrace dreams and desires and hopes and wishes again. And in our inner self, we realize I do not rule anybody else in this chaotic, mad world. I only rule myself. And as I rule myself, I embrace who I am, flaws and all. I embrace my dreams and my desires, my hopes and my wishes. I am the king only of me. And as I embrace what I love, I embrace who I am. More and more each day, as I realize I cannot be anybody else for anybody else. And it leads us to our heart saying, but this is me. I am the king and I am the queen. I am the pauper and I am the exalted. I am the blessed and I am the cursed. We are the opposite of everything and the becoming of everything. We are power and we are understanding and we are greatness. We are the holder of the seeds, the nourishers of the seeds, and we are the trees themselves that reach for the sky. We are ambition, we are determination, but we are slow and steady growth towards what we desire. Our hearts are powerful. Our hearts hold the key. And yet there's something that we fight against during this time. There's something that is denied us. There's something that makes us think we can't. It's a old curse placed upon us if we want to be dramatic. But if we want to be just simply honest with what a curse is, it's a negativity placed over us that worms its way into our head, that takes root and says, I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to be your insecurity. I'm going to be the doubt that is passed down from generation to generation. I'm going to be the negativity that was taught to you by your teacher, and you are going to teach it to others. Are we battling that? Is our heart battling the outside world? What everybody else expects of us? What we desire and what they wish? Here we look at the chaos. And we're at this tipping point. Do we let it consume us? Or do we rise above it? Do we see the chaos for what it is and say, I'm not engaging in this fight, in this battle, in this harshness. I am engaging in my life, in my throne, in my power, in my brilliance that comes forward. And I'm done. I'm done with the endless fighting. Because we can fight. I mean, that's one thing we humans are really, really good at. The endless fighting. But I claim my throne now. And my heart is calling me to claim my throne. And it brings me then to the public arena. Blessings and prosperity and success and bounty. Beauty and fulfillment. This is what I've worked towards. This is what I wanted. This is a job well done. Look how satisfied they look. And it doesn't matter what your dream is. It doesn't matter what your idea of success is. The look of, I've done it. That's what we're embracing here. It's not this, I still have to do, or it's not good enough. I've done it. Powerfully, openly, honestly, brilliantly. It leads us then to the chariot. It leads us to moving forward, emotionally empowered. It leads us to being heroes of our heart. It leads us to saying, there is more here than meets the eye, and I'm embracing it. Honestly, truly. And I'm not stepping back from where I need to be. It brings us to our subconscious energy that we need to be mindful of, and that's the Queen of Cups. That's falling too deeply into the emotions of things. People are going to want to manipulate us emotionally, to use fear as a guide, but also intoxication. However we are intoxicated, wherever our vice lies. It can be with drink, it can be with lust, it can be with gambling. And that is what is going to be used against us. Be mindful of it. be very mindful of it. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is the third eye chakra, clarity. Things become clear that were once so murky. And as they become clear, you're going to think, can it be that simple? No, it can't be. It has to be mystical. It has to be wondrous. It has to be something like the heavens opening up and the lightning bolt coming down. Can it really be simple? And the answer is yes. As Confucius said, name things simply. Name things clearly. Things can be simple. And things can be clear. It moves us to our subconscious rooted self. And that's justice. Here we have Anubis weighing the heart against the feather. And that is what Anubis does. Anubis weighs the heart of the deceased against the feather. And if the heart is lighter than the feather, the deceased is granted access into paradise. Is our heart lighter than a feather? What are we carrying that is weighing us down? The judgment here is not from others, but from our own hearts. What is it that we need to release? What is it that we need to accept? What is it that cannot be changed? And what is it that we rise above? Our subconscious inner self is the Eight of Swords. All the blessings can be snatched away by living in doubt, in fear, in chaos, of not seeing that there's a way out. The Eight of Swords is thinking, no, I can't. Is thinking, it has to be just like this. Is not seeing that there's a pathway to freedom. It's being too much in our own heads and too much in our own doubts. Our subconscious emotional self is the Two of Pentacles. What are we balancing? What are we desperately trying to juggle and forgetting to juggle ourselves, forgetting to balance ourselves, forgetting that we ourselves need steady ground? What are we balancing? What are we desperately trying to keep going at the expense of ourselves, at the expense of self-care, of the balancing of us? Our subconscious public self is the Seven of Pentacles. Be patient. Everything comes in time. Do not rush it. And understand that sometimes the way that we think things are going to come forward is not the way divinity has them planned for us. Be open to new ideas, but be patient. It happens in divine time, not our time, which is terribly frustrating. All right, Capricorn, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the dreams to come. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn.